Happy Wednesday, guys! I am Architect Pach, and you are watching Curve TV, your collaborative construction channel. Hello, partners! Kamusta kayong lahat? Hope everyone's safe and well. And while you're here, Curve TV will bring you the different sides and faces of the industry like never before. Fresh, inspiring, and unintimidating. Join us for an hour of talk and more. Let's get ahead of the curve. Okay, as construction professionals, naisip na ba natin na makita ang mga sarili natin on screen? Parang ngayon, creating content and delivering information like other personalities or celebrities. Naisip ba natin na mababago ang paraan kung paano tayo nagko-connect with other professionals and even with our suppliers? Lahat ng yan because of the impact of social media and how we incorporate digital as we go along. But before I introduce our guests for today, I have an important question. Nakakumu na ba kayong lahat? Well, hope you could join us here para better ang kwentuhan natin. Do follow us here in Kumu para mas malinaw ang mga usapan. Parang Panasonic lang. A better life, a better world. Okay, so today we are joined by 3 construction professionals who are also content creators. Let's welcome on the panel Architect Justin Espejo, Engineer Kevin Lester Mabalay, aka Engineer Pogs, and Engineer Kshatriya Penetrante. Welcome, guys, to Curve TV.
Hello. Hello. Lahat
Okay, so it's nice to see our 3 guests for this afternoon. Now, please introduce yourselves, your company or work, and mention, syempre, para maumpisahan na natin to, mention your YouTube and your Instagram account. Let's start with Architect Justin.
So, my name is Architect Justin Espejo. I'm the architect of my own firm called Minimalist Manila. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/Justin Espejo. And then Instagram is at Justin_Joseph_Espejo. So, it's just my name.
Okay, so medyo may pagkamahaba yung handler ni Architect Justin sa Instagram. But later on, we will be posting their Instagrams on our website. So next is, what about Engineer Pogs?
Hi everyone, I'm Engineer Pogs. I'm a licensed civil engineer, a licensed master plumber, and an accredited materials engineer. Currently, I am working as a college instructor here in Cabanatuan City, Nueva Ecija. You can check out my YouTube channel at Engineer Pogs. And for us to stay connected, you can also follow me on my Facebook page at Engineer Pogs.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Pogs. And lastly, we have Engineer Kshatriya. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Engineer Kshatriya and also Chat. I am currently working at AC on Consulting Corporation as engineer, and I graduated from the University of Santo Tomas. You can reach me through my Instagram at Kshatriya Penetrante. Reach me at YouTube, Kshatriya Penetrante.
Okay, very good. So we have parang medyo kompleto ang ating panel, no? We have an architect, may master plumber tayo, meron din tayong structural engineer, tama ba? So, pwede na
Sure.
tayong gumawa ng bahay ngayon. Okay. So, thank you for that proper introduction. Medyo alam mo talaga na sanay kayo magpakilala ng mga sarili niyo online because of how things are flowing with how you introduce yourself. Okay. So, all three of you have day jobs or design and construction projects going on. Hindi pa ba kayo busy? That's why you still have time to do the vlogs? Or is this something that you really love to do? Or natutunan nyo lang mahalin? Let's start with Engineer Pogs.
Busy kasi tulad ngayon, nung nag-start kami na magkaroon na ng online class or nung nag-start ang klase, medyo madalang na din ako makagawa ng mga vlogs na tulad ng ginagawa ko dati. But still, I try to make a vlog kasi nasimulan ko na siya. Sayang naman kung hindi ko ipagpapatuloy. So, that's why kahit busy, ay naghahanap pa rin ako ng oras para mapagpatuloy yung pagbablog.
Gaano ka kadalas ba mag-post ng mga vlog or mga vlog mo, Engineer Pogs?
At least, at ngayon tinatry ko at least 1 or 2 video per month.
Okay, per month. All right, sige. Later on, tatanungin kita about your content. What about you, Architect Justin?
So ako, schedule-wise, I try to post at least once a week. So yun lang yung ano ko. And then if I'm busy, super busy, like, on top of doing projects, syempre I have a 2-year-old. So as in, pag may baby ka, ibang-iba din talaga yung schedule ko. Like, hindi siya normal. So sobrang busy. Pero since yun nga, as we were talking about when we started a while ago, no, it's something I really wanted to do matagal na, and then I just had the chance to do it. So parang since it's the ball's rolling, parang sa Engineer Pogs, tuloy-tuloy mo na lang, 'di ba? Parang parang meron ka ng momentum eh. So gano'n. Pero it's a bit tricky talaga, to be honest. Nahirap siya.
So it must be something that you really love kasi may baby ka, you have a 2-year-old, meron kang ongoing projects pa rin, and you're doing content. For you to balance all three, that means it's really something you love to do, correct?
Yeah, big frustration siya, super big frustration na finally may nagagawa ng solution.
Nagagawa mo. Okay, what about you, Engineer Kiza?
Busy ako, pero ever since kasi bago pa mag-boom ang social media, yung YouTube, I love taking videos na talaga. Kaso I don't have time to edit kasi busy ako as a student. And then after I got my license, I decided to continue my passion. At doon ko na din natutunan mag-edit. And then sabi ko na lang na wala naman masama kung itatry ko ito even though hindi ko alam kung magbubunga or hindi. Basta gusto ko lang gawin yung passion ko. Kaya even busy, talagang nagbibigay ako ng time kasi ito talaga yung gusto kong gawin.
Okay, so when did you start creating your videos ba, Engineer Kiza? And what were your objectives when you just started doing it?
Actually, I started uploading last December 2019 lang. And my first objective talaga is I want to share my lifestyle lang, travel, mukbangs, and other daily lives. And ayun lang talaga yung aking objective. Before I enter the engineering content, parang all of a sudden, parang naisipan ko siya na, sige, itry ko kasi it's a part of my life kasi ito yung career ko as of now.
Okay, so nag-start lang talaga siya with the lifestyle side and then eventually minerge mo to your career, tama?
Yes po.
Right. Okay, so what about you, Engineer Pogs? When did you start creating your videos?
Ako kasi I started creating vlogs talaga mga 2016 pa. I started as a travel vlogger. Then after that naging solo backpacker ako where I do where kung saan nagta-travel talaga ako na mag-isa lang ako, then nagba-vlog ako. Pero more on more on the scenery, more on the view, yung hindi ako yung nagsasalita, yung ganon. Then nung lockdown, itong pandemic, nitong May lang, ayun, doon ko naisipan na gumawa ng mga engineering content. Wala talaga sa isip ko na or sa puso ko na gusto ko mag-share about engineering. Hindi ko siya talaga plinano. Then nag-start lang siya ng pandemic na sabi ko, kaysa wala akong ginagawa, mag-share na lang kaya ako ng something about engineering. Then yun, after vlogging about travel, na-enjoy ko siya kasi yun talaga yung gusto kong gawin. Pero ngayon, iba yung enjoyment sa pag-share about engineering eh. Kasi dito, mas nakaka-motivate ka, may na-inspire ka.
Tama. So just like Engineer Kisha, nagsimula lang siya with your hobbies or with your the things that you like to do. Tapos eventually minerge nyo sa profession ninyo, di ba? And apparently, maraming audience that's, really may gustong manood kung anong nangyayari. And now we move on to, so if Engineer Pog started ng 2016 and si Kisha naman started last year, Architect Justin also started recently lang talaga. Am I right?
Yes,
When did you
right.
start?
So I first posted my first video, tagal na, I think nga mga 5 years ago. Tapos sobrang any video lang yun. Alam mo yun, wala pang masyadong idea about YouTube before, di ba? Parang pag dati, the idea is shoot ka ng video, upload mo lang sa YouTube, ganyan. Pero everything, like the monetization, the following, wala naman yun sa ano. It's just, YouTube was just something you can upload a video to that you can share with your friends, family, ganyan. So yung pinakaunang-unang post was a family travel video. No, parang I just did it kasi I wanted to make a video out of that travel, pero after nun wala naman talaga siyang ano. So it was dormant until lockdown this year. So yun nga, like similar to sila Engineer Kisha and Pogs, dahil nasa bahay ka, parang why not give it a try? Basically, andito ka na rin naman, wala ka naman ng ibang pupuntahan, nandito pa lang. So, ganun ako nag-start. I started in lockdown, and then, yun. So far, up until now, at least once a week, nakakapag-upload naman ng video. So, yun.
So, since you just started, Justin, what is the greatest challenge while you're starting your vlogging and during the process of establishing your channel on YouTube? Anong pinaka-challenging?
I think the biggest challenge to start a YouTube challenge is actually just recording. Yung just putting yourself in front of the camera and pressing record. Yun talaga, like if I think about if I think about the challenge, and also that's why my first few videos starting the lockdown was all about overcoming my fear of being on YouTube. Kasi sobrang like unreasonable talaga yung fear natin of, sige, start ako ng YouTube, pero parang all of a sudden the camera's on, it's there. Parang wala pala akong sasabihin. Parang all of these doubts creep in na parang bakit ba ako mag-YouTube? May makikinig ba sa akin? May manonood ba nito? So mga ganong bagay. And sobrang hirap niyang i-overcome until you just really need to hit record. Tapos, go from there. Yun talaga yung
kasi actually,
pinaka-mahirap.
tuloy-tuloy na lang eventually yun di ba? So, kayong tatlo, are you guys extroverts talaga or mahiyain ba talaga kayo as a person? Sino dito ang mahiyain? Taas kamay. Mahiyain, si Engineer. Si Justin, alam ko extrovert.
May time ako na na gusto ko lang maging mapag-isa, and may time lang din ako na gusto kong with friends. Parang in the middle. Hindi ko alam kung ano tawag dun eh. Yung parang pag sa bahay, gusto mo lang.
Ambivert yun.
Ambivert.
Introvert.
Okay, so lahat kayo, parang more of the introvert side talaga. And you guys found a voice through your YouTube channel na, to be more open, di ba? Tama? So,
yes.
It helps you gain your confidence. Kasi nga naman, when you're looking at the camera, wala namang audience kayong nakikita eh. It's just that camera and then talking, di ba? So, that's what I also tell other people na you practice speaking in front of the camera, dun mo nakukuha yung confidence mo. Lalo na yung mga takot sa mga public speaking. Okay, so, let's move on to Engineer Kisha, no? So, ngayon, as a structural engineer, tama, no? Structural engineer. Yes. What type of videos do you feature in your channel related to that?
It's a combination of my lifestyle and engineering. Kasi I want my channel to be all about me, which is, of course, my daily lives. And syempre, part na din ng buhay ko yung pagiging engineer. Kaya it's a combination. Lately ko lang talaga na-discover na to share the side ko naman na engineering. And nagulat na lang ako na other people interested about that content. Kaya, ayun, pinagpatuloy ko na lang din.
Ano pinapakita mo doon? Like plates or actual nasa construction site ka ba? Mga DIY? Anong klase content?
Actually kasi, I'm newly licensed lang. Last year lang ako nakakuha ng license. So, talagang bago lang ako sa field. Parang I am sharing kung saan ako mas expert. Kumbaga, I am more focused sa audience ko na sa mga students. So I give tips and advices kasi kaya yun yung mga naging content ko dahil ayun yung mga bagay na naging question din sa akin noon na wala akong makuhanan ng sagot. Kaya parang ang gusto ko is I don't want to feel ayoko na ma-feel din nila yung ganong struggle na parang they have questions in mind but no one can answer. Parang I want to
Right.
be here na parang ayun, makakasagot ng mga katanungan nila sa isip nila.
Wow, parang ano ka pala, advisor pagdating sa engineering world. Parang ganun to the students. What about Engineer Pogs? Ikaw, how is it related to your, anong klaseng content ang makikita namin?
On my channel, I actually just sharing my experiences as an engineer, kung paano ko na-achieve yung license ko, kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan ko, kung ano yung mga failures ko, kung ano yung mga achievements ko. Then, yun nga, then, syempre, darating ka sa point na medyo maubusan ka din ng i-share about you, di ba? That's why my channel actually, naka-design talaga siya na parang maging parang collaborative na YouTube channel. I actually started na yan with my video na parang architect versus civil engineer, where we do content.
Pinaglaban mo na naman tayo.
Yes.
Alam mo namang notorious yung labanan na yan.
Actually, ang purpose niya is to clarify things between the contrast between civil engineer and architect. Parang hindi naman niya talaga meant na pag-awayan. Parang maging aware lang din yung tao about sa differences ng CE and architect. Yun nga lang, during ito kasi pandemic, medyo mahirap mag-invite ng mga guests na yung personally na kasi syempre meron din tayong mga protocols ganyan. So medyo nahirapan din ako on that part. Pero soon may mga ma-invite din ako na mga guest sa channel ko.
But that's an interesting topic, architect versus civil engineer. Kasi maraming, hindi naman issues, pero laging nag-head to head yung dalawang yan. Hindi pwedeng itayo yung building, hindi pwedeng ganyan, masyadong martay, isa man masyadong rigid, masyadong stiff. And ang hindi alam ng mga tao that there is a big difference, but even if there are conflicts, they work together. Hindi mapapatayo ang isang bagay nang hindi nagko-combine yung dalawang yan. And what about you, Architect Justin? I know your content is far different than the two. Am I right?
Actually, yeah. Actually, I think the one of the main reasons I started the YouTube channel, and I was very deliberate to stay away from very different from the two engineers. I tried to deliberately stay away from architecture, kasi I find that making videos is sort of an escape. Parang it's sort of my self-expression eh. So parang with construction, di ba? Alam natin the hours are inhumane.
Right.
Buong buhay mo nandiyan na talaga. So this was sort of an escape from that. Parang similar to a hobby. Like some people like to play basketball. Syempre with the current situation natin, hindi ka naman pwede mag-basketball or paint or play an instrument, ganyan. So with video, it was an escape for me talaga. So I really try to stay away from design and construction related content. Although, syempre naisip ko yun. But when I decided to start it talaga, sabi ko, I wanted to be something different, labas doon. So it's also kind of an expansion of, it's a way to expand myself into different unknown territories. Parang ganun.
Right. And which is, I can see the trend with the three of you because wala namang nagsimula sa inyo to make a vlog out of your profession, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Because you wanna be comfortable with what you're showing, then most likely you will show people what you really love doing. And this is what we're seeing with Architect Justin now. He's starting, doing reviews and doing stuff with technology. Maybe later on, yun nga, sabi mo, you can expand also. Maybe related a little bit to design, but we'll see. So now that you guys are at home trying to juggle things, with your family, your work, and this, how do you plan when it comes to your content materials, meron ba kayong schedule? Parang you have a calendar for it. Okay, this week, ito yung ilalagay ko. For next week, what's the procedure in planning? Engineer Pogs, naka-jot down ba yan?
Ako nung nag-start pala ako mag-vlog, syempre bago pala ako noon, ang dami ko pang naiisip na topic, parang ang dami kong gusto i-share. So meron talaga akong schedule noon. Pero nung medyo natapos ko na yung mga content ideas na naiisip ko. So ngayon talagang nagsa-search na lang ako ng mga trend ngayon na pwede kong gawa ng content idea na based on my experience naman.
Okay. So you do research. You also research on the trends. Okay. What about you, Engineer Tisha? Do you also do research? Kung anong latest?
Actually, minsan planned, minsan hindi. Kapag planned kasi, meron ako yung parang, iniisip ko yung mga questions ko noon na hindi ko nga makuhanan ng sagot. So, ngayon, alam ko na yung mga answer. I want to share to the students, which is my audience. And yung mga hindi planned, minsan na lang paghiga ko ng kama, parang, it's a good idea. So, nililist down ko yun. And then, if may time ako na makapag-shoot, ayun, ginagawa ko. Pero, ang goal ko talaga is sana weekly kasi syempre parang yung mga iba nag-aabang din talaga. Pero dahil ito talagang September and October, medyo busy ako kaya sobrang dalang na lang. Pero my goal is weekly.
Okay, so sa'yo naman, minsan pag humihiga ka lang, an idea pops out, no? And then you write it down. Iba-iba talaga yung process dito, which is very exciting. What about you, Justin? Ikaw, you have a calendar?
Ako, I use Google Keep mostly. So, like, throughout the day, kung naisip ako, I try to catch my thoughts. So, that's my way. Parang, dati, write it on paper. Ngayon, syempre, since cloud and everything. So, every time, parang pag may pumasok lang, susulat ko lang. Lahat na may isip, susulat ko lang dyan. So, by the time na maisip ko na, okay, this week, gagawa na ako ng video, ang ginagawa ko, I run through that list. Titingnan ko, okay, ano ba dito yung tingin ko, okay, feel ko gawin this week or kaya kong gawin with the time limit. Kasi the trickiest thing with me is the schedule, di ba? Parang I have a baby, wala naman kaming helper, tapos you have to work the project. So parang inisip ko, okay, this week, meron lang akong X number of hours to shoot a video. Kaya ko bang gawin tong topic na to? Hindi, sige, move tayo dun sa isa. Parang ganun. So, ganun yung system ko. But the major thing is to try and catch your thoughts para hindi ako para by the time na gagawa na ako ng video hindi ako upo in front of the camera thinking shit ano bang gagawin ko this week, ano bang pag-usapan ko ganyan. So there's already a list para at least hindi na ako tapos na ako mag-isip pagdating ko doon, okay, kaya na pili na lang.
Tama. So I think the takeaway here for everyone who's also thinking of starting a vlog or creating content is when an idea pops up, write it down. Right? Ganun naman lagi. Even when it comes to design or anything in our profession, an idea pops up, write it down because you'll never know when you can use it, which is exactly what you guys are doing. Pwedeng ito yung gawin ko this week, pwedeng next week. But as long as you have the master list of the topics that you want to do, you can check it, no? All right. So that's good. So, we'll take a break for now. Maganda yung usapan natin, yung start. So, more interesting discussions coming up when Bold Talks returns. Stay tuned, guys.
Panasonic. Panasonic.
going digital as we explore the rise of social media influencers on October 28th. And what's your game plan? Let's talk about players and gamers on November 11. Watch Bold Talks every Wednesdays, 4 p.m. live at Curve TV on Kumu, and catch the replays at 8 p.m. on Curve TV's Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to follow Curve TV on all its social media platforms. I'm Architect Pach, and get ahead of the curve.
What is up, BR Design here. Hello, I'm Architect Marvin Basilio. I'm currently based here in United Arab Emirates. Yes, I'm in abroad and a proud OFW. And to know me better, we will answer some questions given by Curve TV, Bold Talks. So let's start. So I started vlogging nito lang taon, this month of January. So I have a best friend who's starting YouTube channel. He's doing some comedy skits live abroad here in UAE, and that's the time I got so interested doing some vlogs. So I start my own YouTube channel. And at first I'm thinking kung anong klaseng video ang gagawin ko. And based na rin sa pagre-research ko, so you have to know your niche. So ano tong niche na to? So dapat pala may certain topic ka na kaya mong i-sustain sa pag-upload mo ng mga videos. And dapat kahit papano meron kang knowledge sa ginagawa mo. So I decided to do video tips regarding construction, which I have knowledge and background and ideas because I've been working in construction back in the Philippines for almost 2 years. Alam ko 2 years is not enough, but I'm still learning. And I think my first 5 videos that I uploaded is about sharing ideas kung paano magpatayo ng bahay. And later on, nadagdagan na lang ng mga house design, 3D walkthrough presentations, which is mas lalo nakilala doon yung channel ko na B-Art Design. And my initial objectives at that time, of course, spread knowledge and sharing some ideas which I've learned from my experience. From college, yung passion naman ay nandyan na, lalo pa pag graduate ka na and you pass your board exam, your eagerness to have your first client mo siya ng design and i-apply mo yung lahat ng natutunan mo from college and sa apprenticeship. Then tapos yung design mo na yon ay may i-construct and makita mo yung result, and that's a fulfillment for me as a young architect. And later on, dito na papasok yung mga challenges as an architect. You need to invest in your drawing materials, PC setups, and softwares. And pag nagkaroon ka rin ng mga tahuan, kailangan mo rin silang pasahuran, syempre. And that's the time you need to market your professional services to sustain your finances. And regarding to marketing, I think it's normal to market your professional services. Kasi para sa akin, dalawang klase yan. Marketing and advertisement. In a way, magkatulad lang sila, pero para sa akin, yung advertisement kasi may binabayaran ka para ma-promote yung company mo or service mo. Yun yung paid advertisement, which is unethical, based na rin sa code of ethics. Unlike marketing naman, posting your design in social media platforms like Facebook, considering as a marketing, which is wala namang masama as long as it's not a way na parang nilalako mo yung design mo or yung services mo. Architecture is not a commercial business. it's occupation, and it's a profession. And as long as it's prescribed by our code of ethics, I think wala namang problema. Of course, you need to have a brand name and logo which represent you or your company. So, madali lang naman yan eh. So, ang challenges talaga ay kung paano mo ito maipapakilala sa public and paano mare-recognize yung branding mo or yung company mo. Pero kahit maganda yung mga content na ginagawa mo and you're very passionate sa mga trabaho mo, it's still not enough based on my own experience. Dapat alam mo rin pag-aralan yung mga strategies and techniques, lalo na sa mga social media platforms. Example na lang dito sa YouTube, mostly entertainment, educational, tutorial, madalas ganyan yung pinapanood nila dito. So, pag pinagsama-sama mo yung mga yon, for sure, yung content mo ay very effective. Sa palagay ko, pang matagalan na rin to. Lalo na sa panahon natin ngayon, digital age. Kahit nga mga tools natin panggawa ng mga design drawings, more on digital na. So, I think it's time to upgrade na rin. And to make it sustainable, basta wag lang nating abusuhin for our self-interest and do not lower the dignity of our profession. And last question regarding to this, I would like to share these quotes from Charles Darwin. It is not the strongest species that survive, nor the most intelligent. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. In relation to construction industry, hindi porket baguhan ka sapat na experience ay hindi mo na kaya makipagsabayan. And hindi rin dahil matagal ka na sa industry, marami ka ng experience, marami ka ng projects, it doesn't mean na hindi ka na pwedeng ma-down. Dapat marunong din tayo mag-adapt sa pagbabago. Tulad ngayon, digital age, a digital platform is an instrument or tool that we can easily market ourselves, get clients. So why not to take this opportunity as an advantage? Basta wag lang natin abusuhin para sa self-interest and do not lower the dignity of our profession. I hope you enjoy our topic, and again, I'm Architect Marvin Basilio, signing out. Peace!
Real time tong si Kumu, di ba? And we are back. You are still watching Bold Talks, co-presented by Panasonic here at Curve TV, your collaborative construction channel. Thank you very much kay Architect Marvin Basilio, aka The Art Design ng Dubai UAE, for accepting our request. Stay safe, sir, and continue giving us good content. Now, by the way, guys, si Architect Marvin, he has 228,000 subscribers on YouTube already, and I think he started out a year or 2 years, diba? So sobrang nakaka-proud, guys. And that means kayang-kaya gawin yan kahit sino dito sa industriya natin. And he also shares his project, so nakakuha siya ng content for that. Now, before we go back to our guests, I would like to acknowledge also yung mga nagbibigay ng mga gifts natin on Kumu, halo-halo, may mga nagbibigay ng ipis, nandyan sila Benzo Can, we'd like to thank them, Briggs Flores, OTR Mix Bustos, nandyan sila Revi, and then sila Kakyao ata. Tama, thank you very much, guys. Tatry ko sundan yan mamaya. And on Facebook, we'd like to thank sila Angie, nandyan din si Architect Tin. Kilala mo to, Justin, si Architect Tin Jimenez na nanonood sa atin ngayon. And I think the mom of Engineer Kisha is also watching, and the friends of Engineer Pogs. Mamaya ipapa-acknowledge natin sa inyo yung mga nanonood ng ating episode for today. So thank you guys for watching with us. So we are still here with our three professionals, Architect Justin, Engineer Kisha, and Engineer Pogs. So, guys, as construction professionals, do you think nalilimit yung creative self ninyo when you create content because you have a profession to take care of? Anybody can answer that.
Yeah. For
Go
me,
ahead.
actually, no. Kasi, parang when I do my vlogs, I want it to be casual and easy to understand. Kasi, syempre, yung topic na sinishare mo is more on technical na. So, kung in a serious way mo pa siya i-explain, parang sobrang bigat na panoodin. Kaya dapat medyo i-balance mo. Like, the information is there, pero when you present it, dapat medyo madali lang talaga i-absorb ng mga audience mo.
Tama. Correct. I agree. Who else? What about you, Engineer Pogs?
Siguro hindi naman nalilimit yung creative skill as a YouTube content or as a content creator. Maybe nalilimit yung pwede mong sabihin kasi we are speaking on public so hindi naman talaga lahat ng alam mo or ng nalalaman mo is pwede mong i-share on public. There's still a limitation kung ano lang yung pwede mong i-share. Maybe that was one is for me.
Right. And what about you, Architect Justin? Nalilimit ka ba? Obviously,
in terms of limitation and creativity, actually hindi. I have this belief na creativity actually comes from limitation. So it's not parang there's a myth that usually people think na you're more creative when you don't have limitations. Na parang if you can do anything, you're gonna be more creative. When actually, parang based on experience na rin, it's actually when you don't have when you don't have the time to do something or when you don't have the gear to do something or you don't have basta parang when there's a certain limitation dun lumalabas yung creativity. So that's the way I look at it. So it's not a limitation, it actually promotes your limitation na okay, since I have a day job na ganito, I can only work this number of hours. So ano yung pwede kong gawin with this? So yun yung that's how I
So far, Justin, anong nagiging favorite content mo sa page, sa YouTube mo?
For me, ako kasi, I don't really have this major goal pa na parang 1 year down the road, ganito yung channel ko, ganyan. But when I started my channel, the only thing that I was really sure of, kasi that's one of the hardest things you have to figure out when you want to start a channel, na parang, my channel has to be about engineering lang or my channel has to be about gardening lang or ganyan. So parang figuring out your niche, yung tinatawag nila na niche. Sa akin, although I was feeling ko medyo kalat pa, but the one common thing that I really wanted to achieve was to make sure that it's always meaningful. Parang it's meaningful content. That's why when you visit my channel, yun yung banner ko, make meaningful stuff. I want to make videos that add value to people who watch them. So and currently, ganun yung yun yung like if there's a team, it's always to try and provide value to people who watch the stuff I make. Yun yung
okay. So more of talaga on the emotional or the concept of paano ba maapektuhan yung audience mo, no? So what about your Engineer Pogs? Given na kunwari in the next say months, hindi ka magpo-post ng kahit ano about your profession and you can post anything else other than your work, anong gusto mong maging content? Would you like to go back to your travel vlogs?
Siguro kung hindi ako magpo-post for so long about engineering, I wanted to share to them kung ano yung buhay, kung gaano kasimpleng buhay yung meron kami.
So more of yung lifestyle, kung paano. So talaga parang personal vlog siya.
Actually, ang gusto ko i-share is yung buhay namin actually sa bukid. Kasi doon kami nakatira.
Okay. So, okay yun. Actually, that's a very interesting content, no? Kung paano nga naman, kasi lahat ng tao ngayon, di mo alam kung everyone's in the province, meron mga nasa Metro Manila. Actually, it's a very good, parang farm life, kumbaga. No?
Yes, actually, that was our farm. Doon kami nakatira.
Maganda yun. So makikita ba iba't ibang klaseng plants? Kasi ang daming mga plantito ngayon. Medyo magiging relevant rin. Diba?
Actually, kung gaano kasimpleng mamuhay sa ganong simpleng lugar. Parang ganon.
So support ko yan. Actually, I think that's a very interesting content. What about you, Engineer Krisha? Meron ka bang particular topic na hindi mo pa na gagawa on your vlog na gusto mo sanang gawin in the next months? Or kung wari, may oras ka?
Actually, nagawa ko na siya once, pero because of the pandemic situation, hindi talaga siya pwede, which is the travel vlogs. Kasi gusto ko naman ipakita yung side, di ba? More on sa engineering na vlogs ko, it looks like more on stress yung nakikita nila na parang sa school is stress, sa work is stress. Baka kasi isipin nila na as a engineer or in the professionals sa construction is the industry is more on pagod, stress lang yung nakikita nila. Parang gusto ko bigyan sila ng thoughts na when you become a successful in this field, parang you will have at the time na ma-enjoy mo din yung life mo, like tulad ng mga ganong travel na parang meron din tayong stress-free na life. Parang
Right, tama.
Ganun.
And actually, it really helps us in our industry if we travel because nagbo-broaden yung utak natin eh. We see different kinds of designs, technologies, building technologies lalo na.
Iba't ibang innovation.
Oo, innovations, yung latest trend, are we up to date or sobrang backwards ba tayo? And I think maganda rin, Engineer Kisha, na ang i-feature mo dyan, local travel in time, no? Para let's travel local muna to support Philippines.
Yes.
Hindi ba? Alright.
Okay dito.
Okay dito. Balik kayo dito. So, alam ko, you guys create content and you also watch different YouTube influencers, no? When you do reviews or you give opinions on someone else's work or projects, kayo ba yung medyo you hold back? Or medyo honest kayo pag nagbibigay kayo ng reviews? In case naglalakas loob kayo magbigay ng reviews dun sa pinapanood ninyo. Anybody can answer. Okay, Engineer Paul.
Ako kasi hindi ako nagbibigay ng mga personal comment ko na, although for example may nakita ko na meron akong comment na gustong sabihin, hindi ako yung tipo ng tao na magbibigay ako ng comment on that specific video. I keep it private with my friends, ganun. Kumbaga pinag-usapan namin with my circle of friends, pero hindi ko na i-brought out in public pa na ganun.
Hindi mo tinatype, kumbaga dun sa chat box na parang, okay, what about the others?
Actually ako, ito yung pinaka-iniingatan ko na gawin na content kasi as a newbie pa lang as a engineer, I'm still on the process of learning kasi maraming mga tinuro sa school na hindi naman actually, I mean marami kang makikita sa real life work na hindi tinuro sa school. Kumbaga, yung theory and principles, madali lang i-manage yan eh. Pero yung mga other factors, hindi nila na-consider. Kaya yung mga siguro work-related, medyo mahirap siya gawa ng content dahil iba't iba naman yung experiences na na-experience natin. Kumbaga, to the other person, eto, madali siya, pero sa akin, hindi. So, vice versa, ganun lang. Kaya, siguro mas okay na maging careful when you give words. And siguro, it's better to give disclaimer or to speak in general. Kasi, yung mga nanonood sa'yo, more likely sa'yo naniniwala yan. Kaya, if may masabi ka man na mali, baka yun yung tumatak sa isipan nila all throughout.
Right, because lately, no, you know naman how people can be sometimes sensitive, right? So medyo inaalagaan, and we're part of that shell now. Na sometimes you get really yung iba na offend or whatever. Ikaw, Architect Justin, nagbibigay ka ba ng comments? And kung nagbibigay ka ba, do you hold back or ano?
So ako in terms of review or commenting on other people's work, like in my channel, hindi kasi ako like I don't do reaction videos to other people's works. So I may not have experience on that. But for example, I'm doing review of a product. Syempre, like you guys mentioned already, when you're on a platform like YouTube, when you're trying to build your influence, your authority on a certain topic, syempre, you want to be as honest as possible, which is a very hard thing to do on the internet. Pero for me kasi that's like I said, I want to make meaningful stuff that adds content to people. So yun yung ano ko talaga. If I feel like the product is not good or ito yung mga problems na, then you say it. You say it. Siguro I can say it now kasi I'm still a small YouTuber. Di naman ako, wala namang paid ad or what. And the situation might change if it's a paid ad from a particular company or what. Pero syempre, even then, at least now, I think naman, for example, mangangarap lang, kunwari, lumapit sa'yo Sony, maglalabas kami ng bagong camera, A7SE.
Calling out Sony.
Yes.
Sony.
You want to review this
Panasonic.
A7SE, diba? So parang I would like to think na the reason you guys approached me is because you like the way I do these reviews. That it's honest. There's a certain way I do it, and then the people who watch your content know that you're being honest. So alam mo yun, if you don't like the product, then you say it. If it's really good, then you say it. Then but when it comes to commenting too, so that's about reviewing products. Syempre ayaw mo naman. Ako kasi I don't want to make content just to clickbait people na parang alam mo yun, sobrang clickbaity stuff tas wala naman palang sense yung sinasabi mo. So that's with review of items. Pero for example with commenting on other people's work, like si Engineer Pogs, I don't do it publicly. I've joined mga YouTuber groups on Facebook. May mga ganyan kasi parang people who want to do YouTube, parang may mga Facebook groups for that. And then
Okay.
develop relationships and friendships with people who I've never met, parang only through YouTube, ganyan, who watch the stuff that you make. So parang sometimes they would approach me, what do you think about this? Ganyan. And these people, parang I have a friend na from Greece, hindi ko naman kilala, pero lagi kami nag-uusap. From India, lagi siya nagtatanong, how do you do this? Or what do you think about my latest video? So pag ganun, parang, I guess it depends on how well the relationship that you have with that person na like this person, nag-umpisa pa lang, so siguro, let's focus on the good stuff. Alam mo,
okay.
Try to, pagka medyo parang may relationship na, and then siguro, paunti-unti, you give things that you really think he should be improving on or mga ganun. So
kumbaga parang constructive criticism ang kailangan nyo. Oo, tama naman yan. And at least we learned now that there is apparently a YouTube group on Facebook wherein you guys can help out each other. I didn't know that. So that's good. But my question is, meron na bang naka-experience dito na nakatanggap kayo ng bad comments or someone disliked or merong basher? Okay, Engineer Pogs, kwentuhan mo naman kami anong ginawa mo dun. Anong na-feel mo?
Actually, ang pinakamadami kong dislike comments or madami ako na-receive na hate comments is dun nga sa video ka na architect versus civil engineer. Siyempre kasi, as an architect, meron kang side mo na yun yung gusto mong marinig. As a civil engineer, meron kang side na ito yung gusto mong marinig. Kaya nga dun sa video, it's not just me Meron ako in-invite na architect to defend or para sabihin kung ano yung side niya as an architect and me as a side as civil engineer. Then dun ako naka-receive talaga. Actually, that time hindi ko alam or hindi ko kaya na mag-handle ng mga ganong hate comments kasi hindi ko naman talaga yung pag-YouTube parang nandito lang ako para mag-share pero yung ganon na may marireceive ka ng mga hate comments. Ang
so
hirap
anong ginawa mo?
i-handle.
Sinagot mo ba or ignore lang? Just ignore?
Hindi ko Actually, yung isang nangyari that time is pinost ko siya sa Facebook ko yung comment na yon kasi talagang sobrang hate ng comments kasi kung ako mismo hindi ko kayang i-handle yung hate comments, at least meron na lang ibang tao na magdi-defend para sa akin.
Iba na lang yung magre-react para sa iyo
kumbaga. Yes, parang gano'n yung ginawa ko.
Okay, that's very interesting because it's a very controversial topic kasi. So hindi mo din masisi na magkakaroon ng debate. It's a very debatable topic kasi. Anyone else na nakatanggap na ng hate comments? Architect Justin, Engineer, okay. So, Engineer Pogs pa lang.
Ako,
Justin,
hindi siya specific. Sige, Engineer Pogs.
Kaya medyo mahirap gumawa ng mga ganung content na medyo sensitive na na topic, ganun. Kaya, kasi paniguradong hindi mawawala yung ganung hate comments
Pero maganda.
Totoo yan.
Yun, Engineer.
Actually, magandang topic yun. Basta ma-control, di ba? Or at least you know how to handle it. Justin, you were saying something.
Ako, since like ito sila Engineer, more they have more subscribers than me, and like I mentioned, I technically starting out talaga ako this year. I received a comment pero hindi siya. It's actually ang mahirap sa internet kasi you can interpret it many different ways. Kasi words lang yan eh. Hindi mo naman alam kung nagpapalabas
Right.
siya, sarcastic siya or what, di ba? So, siguro yung pinaka, like there was this one comment before na na-receive ko na medyo nag-stick sa akin na syempre first time ko maka-receive ko. Although it's not bad. Ang sabi lang niya, sabi niya somewhere along the lines na kumpleto na yung gamit pero 52 subs pa lang. Parang ganun. So
Okay.
parang inisip ko, ano ba to? Sinasabihan niya ba na ano ba yan? Subs ng effort na nung everything tas 52 subs lang? Or nawawaw ka na ang ganda ng gamit mo kasi kahit na 52 subs pa lang. So parang ako, ano yung ibig sabihin nito? As in something as simple as that.
Depende sa interpretation mo na lang siguro kapag gano'n.
So parang, actually, with that comment, doon ko nga naisip lalo na yung fear mo of starting YouTube na walang makikinig sa akin, walang manonood, walang like, parang, so, di ba tendency is before I started, gusto ko, meron na ako ng ganito, or maayos na yung background ko, gusto ko may camera na ako, gusto ko may tendency na gusto mo, everything is there already. So that pag gumawa ka, it's nice. Kasi syempre ayaw natin, like, as design professionals, you don't want to produce ugly stuff.
Quality.
Diba? Kaya,
Of course.
so, meron kang certain standard when it comes to aesthetics. Lalo na tayo, architects, diba? Parang aesthetics is key. So,
Right. Curated. Usually curated yan, di ba?
Correct. So with that comment, doon ko na-realize na parang I spent so long thinking na I need this to start this. I need that para maging maganda. Ganyan. And then you still receive a comment like that na ano ba yan, kompleto na, pero 52 subs. So sabi ko, kahit na tingin mo tama na yung ginawa mo, meron talagang magsasabi na
May mga
other
tao talaga na ganyan.
Hindi mawawala.
So the lesson is just start. Alam mo yun, parang gawa ka lang. Kasi nga, kung ako nga, na parang feeling ko, okay na yung setup ko. Nasabihan pa ng ganun. So, di ba, paano pa yung nag-start lang?
Tama.
Ang importante, nag-start ka.
Engineer Krisha? Yes?
Ako kasi, wala akong comment na na-receive. Pero may mga nagdi-dislike sa video ko. And I don't know the reason. And kung sakali man na meron akong ma-receive na bad comment, siguro I will take that as a good criticism kasi siguro gagamitin ko na lang siya to improve myself more para maging better. Kasi if you use those words, yung mga haters na yan, na to bring yourself down, parang ayun yung hindi maganda for us. Parang siguro gawin na lang natin sila as a motivation na parang okay, may mga tao palang may paki pala sa mga content natin. So, eto, ipakita natin sa kanila na we are not this, parang we have something more na dito pa tayo. Parang ganun lang.
Actually, that's right. You can use that as motivation. And depende naman yun eh. Kasi you guys are seen on YouTube and your credibility is important, right? For your audience. So, medyo careful din kayo kahit paano how to handle that. And open for interpretation nga naman talaga lahat ng comments. And ang importante dyan, pinanood nila yung video nyo.
Yun.
Nag-comment,
Whatever.
Kaya alaman nila yung content mo.
Dagdag ko lang, in response dun sa sinabi ni Kshatriya. Actually, nung una, nagtataka din ako, bakit may mga dislike yung video ko? Wala, parang pagpapanoorin ko naman siya ulit, parang wala naman ako nasabing mali, wala naman ako parang foul word na nasabi. Hanggang iyon, nakasanayan ko na lang na laging may dislikes yung video ko. Kaya parang motivation ko na din siya para i-improve ko ano pa yung mali sa video ko. Then, pero ngayon, may ganun pa rin. So, hindi na lang ngayon ako masaya pag walang dislike yung video.
Diba? Tama. Kasi it creates great check and balance para sa inyo eh. Yes, Justin, go ahead.
Tsaka ano yun eh, sabi nga nila, you haven't made it on YouTube kung wala ka pang bashers or haters, yung mga nagdi-dislike. So like ako, wala pa talaga eh. Like most of my videos, puro likes lang. So like, pag nag-uusap kami dito, puro like yung videos mo. Actually, medyo malungkot ako, sinasabi ko. Kasi, ibig sabihin, konti lang yung nanonood ng stuff ko. Kasi dapat, like imagine the most successful YouTubers even get dislikes. Like, yung mga dislikes nila, din, diba?
Right.
So, parang ako, yun yung gauge ko na until makakuha ko ng ganun kadaming dislikes, ibig sabihin, my stuff is not yet put in front of that many people para i-dislike. Alam mo yun? So,
pag masyado na perfect yung mga content ko, magdi-dislike ako para lang motivate yun.
I-dislike mo namin.
So, ngayon sa mga audience ninyo, do you think ang captured audience nyo is more of in the construction industry also or iba? Like the general audience? Who do you think are is the
Ako mo.
majority of your audience? Go ahead, Justin.
Ako definitely walang construction people.
Construction. Oo. Kasi iba yung content mo.
At saka I sobrang hindi ko pa yata na may mention at least once in all my videos na architect ako, ganyan. Kasi nga, it's very deliberate to make this something. So, hindi siya, obviously, walang magiging architecture-related viewers, parang ganun. So, more ibang crowd talaga siya.
Iba. What about for the engineers? Do you think mas more on construction ang audience niyo?
Siguro more on aspiring students to become a professional sa construction industry. Kaya, kasi ang dami din nagme-message sa akin sa FB, Twitter, and IG na parang, ate, you inspired me, na parang, akala ko kasi mahirap to, and then nakita ko sa'yo na parang hindi naman, mga something like that. Kaya ako, mas nagiging careful ako sa mga content ko kasi nalaman
kasi mga bata.
Oo. Kumbaga, I will be part of kung paano ko i-mold yung mind nila. Kaya, ayun, kailangan ko talaga mag-ingat kasi...
And that's not easy, There's, up to some point, there's pressure on that. What about you, Engineer Pogs?
Ako, masasabi ko na not all are from construction industry. But majority of the audience are from the engineering industry. Kasi as I check as I always check the analytics of my viewers, almost yung mga age ng mga viewers ko is from around 18 to 24. It means yun yung age na nag-start na mag-aral na yung mga estudyante, and yun din yung age na nag-i-start pa lang ng career yung mga
starting professionals,
mga graduate or mga professionals. So, masasabi ko na kasi yung tawag doon, yung ano nila dun sa mga videos or yung engagement nila sa video is talagang nandun kasi na-establish mo na puro more on engineering talaga yung ginagawa mong video, so na-establish mo na yung audience mo is related din dun sa yun yung interest
mga
nila.
engineers din. Right. Okay, so I have a question. Kung wari bubuksan ko yung YouTube ninyo, ano ang pinakaunang video na makikita ko na lagi niyong pinapanood? As naman, kayo yung viewers, what do you always watch on YouTube? What content? Justin, ikaw, anong pinaka-pinapanood mo on YouTube?
Ako,
anong topic?
Yung question ba is when I open my YouTube, yung feed ko, yung
anong
lumalabas
lagi mong pinapanood? Yes. Anong
ako,
algorithm mo?
Really, all about Doc Adam. Hindi, joke lang.
Okay.
All about filmmaking, photography, and creativity.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Mga ganung stuff, like more motivational things, ganyan. Tapos, occasionally yun, kasi na Doc Adam, lumilitaw.
Kasi ako, kunwari, pag binuksan niyo yung YouTube ko, ang number 1 talagang makikita doon si MKHB. Sa mga reviews. Reviews of tech stuff Always that or unboxing therapy. Yun yung laging makikita sa YouTube ko. What about you, Engineer Pogs? Anong number 1 content na lagi mo pinapanood?
Ako, ang pinapanood ko talagang content is yung mga engineering content. Since ang content ko kasi is about engineering. So, nagtitingin ako ng mga ideas na kung saan pwede ko siya magawa ng sarili kong version. Ayan, yung mga video nila Kshatriya, pinapanood ko yan. Then yung mga ibang mga YouTuber na mga engineers, pinapanood ko talaga yung content nila. Kasi sa mga videos nila, nakakakuha din ako ng mga idea na pwede kong gawa ng sarili kong version na ang ganda ka ako ng video na to. So, pwede ko siyang ng sarili ko na nabase naman sa akin. Ganun.
Tama. What about you, Engineer Kisha? Anong lagi mong pinapanood?
Kasi ako ayoko masyado ng mga seryosong bagay. Parang if may time lang ako na gusto kong matuto, siguro doon lang ako nag-search. Pero siguro kung makikita yung YouTube account ko, siguro Team Payaman, Kong TV and B, it's out of that I want...
Actually, may collab video na kami ni Kshatriya
talaga ba?
Yes, nag-collab na
before. Nag-collab na kami.
Interesting. Okay. Go ahead.
Gusto ko lang ng entertainment and then...
Kaya ko siya pinapanood kasi ang saya ng video niya, ang saya niyang panoorin ni Kshatriya. Parang kahit yung topic is very parang serious type yung topic, pero nagagawa niyang gawing light, talaga nakaka-hook siya ng audience.
Light. Okay, that's nice. Which is yun naman ang gusto natin na papanood, di ba? Akala ko may sasagot ng BTS, Blackpink, sa inyo, K-pop, di ba? Sure, kung anong content. But that's very interesting to know. And we still have a lot of questions to ask you guys. So, sa ating pagbabalik, dyan lang kayo, sa ating pagbabalik, let's talk about the opportunities naman and benefits of going digital. So, stay with us, guys.
Panasonic. Panasonic. Panasonic.
We are going digital as we explore the rise of social media influencers on October 28th. And what's your game plan? Let's talk about players and gamers on November 11. Watch Bold Talks every Wednesdays, 4 p.m. live at Curve TV on Kumu, and catch the replays at 8 p.m. on Curve TV's Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to follow Curve TV on all its social media platforms. I'm Architect Pach, and get ahead of the curve.
Sa lahat ng Curve VPA, si Maro Traction, si an YouTube content creator na based sa California, USA. Nag-start akong vlog is, I think, last year, May 2019. Yun natin yung first vlog ko. Ano kasi ako frustrated vlogger. So, way back 2017 pa, gusto ko na mag-vlog muna ng YouTube channel, but takot ako. Parang isip ko, may manonood ba sa videos ko? Ano kayong content ang gagawin ko? So, 2 years after 2019 pa ako nag-start mag-post ng mga YouTube videos. So, initially, ang content ko nun is more on family vlog. Like, kung gagala kami ng mga kapatid ko, videoan ko. Kung pupunta kami ng dagat, yan, mag-vlog ako niyan. So, yun yung mga common ko ng mga vlogs nung una. Until one time, nagsuggest yung kaibigan ko nung college, sabi niya, "Uy, Maro, gumawa ka naman ng day in the life mo as a civil engineer dyan sa US." Sabi ko na, "Oo nga no, gandang idea yan." So, nung time na yun, sabi ko, sige, gagawa ko yun ng day in the life. After ko mag-post niyan, mga after a month, yung views nung video na yun, umabot ng 1,000. Kasi yung typical videos ko dati, ang views lang niya is 10, 50, marami na yung 100. Tapos yung video na yun about engineering, yung day in the life, umabot siya ng 1,000 views. Sabi ko, uy, may gustong manood nito ah. So yun, sinundan ko na. Vlog number 1, another content na naman during sa site visit ko sa aming construction site. Then vlog number 2 naman, pinakita ko lang ulit ko anumang nangyayari sa mga inspection ko, sa mga construction projects namin. So yan, nag-continue na. Hanggang sa, ito na tayo. Doon nag-start ang journey ko as a YouTube content creator. I think depende yan sa'yo. But para sa akin, more on passion ang ginamit ko for my YouTube content. Kasi guys, ang mahirap Mahirap gumawa ng content sa YouTube, lalo na pag sa early stages mo walang nanonood sa'yo. sobrang hirap gumawa ng videos. Like, ano ba itong ginagawa ko? Ba't parang walang nanonood sa videos ko? Wala nang kwenta itong mga ginagawa ko eh. So, kung passion mo yung ginagawa mo, like, gusto mo lang i-share yung experience mo, gusto mo i-share yung knowledge mo, then, bonus na yung may nanonood sa'yo. So, sa akin dito, everyday naman ako nasa trabaho from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nasa trabaho ako. So, marami akong pwedeng i-content sa ginagawa ko sa aking workplace ngayon. Kung wala mang manood, wala. Kung meron, edi, thank you. So I think may dalawang challenge na encounter ko during my journey as a content creator. Ang first na challenge is yung early stages, yung walang nanonood sa'yo. Yung naghahanap ka ng drive to continue and to keep making videos. Kasi guys, bigyan ko kayo ng konting overview paano gumagawa ng YouTube content So yan, mag-film ka ng video, parang ganito, mag-film ako. After nyan, pag uwi ko sa bahay, i-edit ko yan, ititrim ko yung mga dead airs. Pag trim ko niyan, doon ko na iniisip kung ano bang magandang topic for this video. Kasi may dalawang types yan ng pag gumagawa ka ng video. Pwede muna mag-come up ka ng topic bago mo i-film yung mga videos, or may videos ka and kukuha ka lang doon ng parang mga highlight ng araw na yun para yun yung gawin mong topic for your YouTube content. So sa akin, yun yung ginagawa ko kasi since busy ako sa trabaho, wala akong time to think on topics to film on. So ngayon, nagtatake lang ako ng videos everyday, tapos kung may highlight, edi yun yung content, yun yung focus ng video ko, ng vlog ko. Initially, sa early stage, like first 6 months, yun, draining yun siya dahil wala nga nanonood sa'yo, di ba? And parang walang pinapatunguhan yung mga ginagawa kong videos. Pero, yun namang umabot na ako sa point na may nanonood na sa akin, like, umabot na ako sa 10,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers. Yung mga views ko, maabot na ng sobra 1,000, 10,000, ganyan. So, may nanonood na. Ang challenge naman sa akin nun is yung mga bashers. So, yung mga ayaw ng content ko, yun yung mga medyo challenge para sa akin. Kasi, although kung ang percentage ng mga sumusuporta sa'yo, compare sa mga nambabash, is konti lang, but ano pa rin may tagos pa rin yung mga sinasabi nila. Wari, magbabash sila. Dinadamdam ko yan. Sabi ko, ano bang mali sa content kong ginawa? Mali ba yung sinabi ko dun? But later on, na-realize ko na you can't please everyone. So, you have to deal with it. Kung may sumusuporta sa'yo, meron talagang mga bashers na nandyan rin kasama na sumusuporta sa'yo. So, continue lang. So, inisip ko, focus ko na lang yung sarili ko o mas prioritize ko na lang yung mga sumusuporta kaysa sa mga nambabash. Yes, I think ang youth form will last for a long time. Because I mean, syempre, di ba, online na siya. So, very convenient for everyone. Dahil ngayon nga, di ba, may mga COVID issues. So, very helpful siya sa mga students to learn even though nasa bahay lang sila. Ang advice ko lang to make it sustainable is to create quality content. So, as long as yung content na pinupost mo is valuable and meron ka mga knowledge na may impart sa audience mo, then I think that would make the content or the YouTube platform sustainable. Sobrang nakakatuwa lang, di ba, na sobrang dami ng professionals na napupunta na ngayon sa online na platform, for example, sa YouTube. So, syempre, di ba, i-take advantage natin ng technology natin ngayon. Halos lahat naman may cellphone. Ang iba may laptop, may iPad, may computer. So, very accessible siya. Yung information na mapopost mo sa internet, very accessible for everyone. I think maybe 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years from now, lahat ng tao may YouTube channel na. Sa isip ko lang yan, Sa isip ko lang, but hindi ako sigurado. Pero parang siyang parang Facebook, gano'n lang type, but hindi ako sigurado niyan. So sa mga construction professionals na gusto rin gumawa ng kanilang YouTube channel, ang ma-suggest ko lang, ma-advise ko sa inyo is, gawin nyo na. Just get started. I mean, alam ko marami kang hesitations ngayon, dahil hindi mo alam anong paano gawin, hindi ka pa ganun kagaling mag-edit, hindi mo alam kung anong content ang ipopost mo, but magsimula ka lang, mag-start ka lang. Kasi ganito yan guys, kung hindi ka magsisimula, hindi mo malalaman kung anong content o kung anong path ang patutunguhan mo. Kasi ang audience mo mag-guide sa inyo For example, sa nangyari sa akin, nag-post ako ng family vlogs, hindi tinanggap ng tao. Nag-post ako ng mga prank vlogs, hindi pa rin tinanggap ng tao. Nag-post ako ng mga travel vlogs, hindi ganun kaganda ang reaction ng mga tao. Not until nag-post ako ng mga about construction na vlogs, then yun na. Nag-click na. And doon na sila nag-engage sa content. So, guys, yun lang. Start now. Film now. May cellphone ka. Gamitin mo yan. Mag-video ka dyan. For editing software, pwede siguro Movie Maker. Yun yung pinakasimple ata na pwede mong gamiting software. Then, post mo sa YouTube. Kahit 5 minutes pa yan, i-post mo muna. Video per video per video, makaka-learn ka niyan and mas madedevelop mong skill mo. And darating ang panahon na yung videos mo is magiging better na and it will be more engaging to your audience. And the final tip ko sa inyo is always prioritize your viewers or your audience. So pag gumagawa ka ng content, isipin mo, kung ako yung nasa posisyon ng nanonood, papanoorin ko ba to? May mapupulot ba akong aral dito? Matutuwa ba ako dito? May entertain ba ako dito? Kung no ang sagot sa mga tanong na yan, then parang may mali sa content mo. Pero kung yes, edi yun na, nasa right path ka. So always put yourself on the shoes of your audience or your viewers. Thank you very much guys for having me here. Although wala ko dyan ngayon live dahil syempre 15 hours ata ang difference ng California sa Philippines. So gusto ko lang humingi ng pasensya. Hopefully sa future, sana makapunta na ako ulit dyan sa Pilipinas and ma-impart ko yung knowledge ko personally, like live, like nandyan talaga. Alright guys, thank you very much and thank you for having me here. At ingat kayo lagi dyan.
May mga ganyan kaming
Okay, thank you very much to Panasonic for co-presenting Bold Talks. Welcome back, and we are still talking about going digital, the rise of social media influencers with architect Justin, engineer Pogs, and engineer Kshatriya. Okay, but before I go back to them, I want to say thank you again to everyone who's watching on Kumu and Facebook, sa mga nagpapadala pa rin ng gifts on Kumu. Thank you sa halo-halo. Salamat. And on Facebook, I think we have some audiences in Makati, all the way to Sydney. We have there sila Joyce Zonaga and Maribel Zonaga. Medyo related sila for sure, no? And we also have sila Carlo Goze and all the other architects there. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, so Architect Justin, Engineer Pogs, Engineer Kshatriya. Before we continue, hindi pa ako nagpasalamat kay Engineer Malurico from California. He shared his videos on with us, sharing his views on our topic. And he also has like, I think, 44,000 followers. 49 followers. Nandito yung prompter ko sa right. Okay, so thank you very much for giving us that video. So, you three mentioned earlier regarding your initial objectives, with putting out your vlog. Andyan yung interest lang, hobbies, ganyan. When you were starting to gain viewers and audience sa mga sa channel nyo, and you were understanding kung anong klaseng audience yung nanonood ng channel ninyo, nagbago ba yung gusto nyong maging content ng channel or yung objectives, nabago ba siya later on? Architect Kshatriya. Engineer Kshatriya.
Actually, yes, nabago siya, pero hindi yung malalayo sa kanya. Kumbaga, I want to bring them to the next level. Kasi as of now, my audience is student. Kasi ayun pa lang yung parang nalagpasan kong level. Pero ang gusto kong gawing content na ngayon is gusto ko sila isabay sa career ko on how I will grow in this career. Gusto ko ipakita sa kanila yung ups and downs. And if may mistakes man akong magawa, parang I want to show them how to correct those mistakes and ma-advise sa kanila. Pero kasi me as a person, I believe that mistakes is the best teacher, or experiences is the best teacher. Kaya parang I want to make my content more on my experiences na sa work na talaga or sa field compare na sa school. Kasi ang school medyo limited lang talaga yung ma-experience mo dyan. Pero after that, yung reality, talagang it's very broad. Hindi siya lagi na nagsasang-ayon sa gusto mong mangyari. Parang maraming bumabato na biglaan na lang na problema na hindi mo na-expect na dadating. Kaya gusto kong pakita sa kanila kung paano maging strong with those problems na dadating sa buhay mo.
Ikaw, Engineer Pogs, you have 8,000 followers. Nung pataas ng pataas yung followings mo, nag-iba ba from your original objective, yung pag-create mo ng content sa channel?
Malaki. Kasi nung nag-start ako, syempre, like nung sabi mga kanina, hindi pa established yung audience ko. Hindi ko alam kung sino manunod sa akin. Dati kasi ang in-expect ko lang manunod sa akin yung mga estudyante ko. Kasi sila lang mapipili ko na manood sa akin. Parang ganon. Pero ngayon kasi, nakikita ko yung engagement ng mga students from other universities. Doon ako mas natutuwa na gumawa pa ng mga very valuable na mga content about engineering. And tulad nung sabi ni Kshatriya, gusto ko silang isama sa journey ko as an engineer. Parang nakikita ko na ngayon itong channel ko na parang ito na yung magiging parte ng buhay ko all throughout my journey or all throughout my career as an engineer.
Tama. So medyo you feed off also from the engagement of the type of audience na nanonood sa'yo. Kaya doon kayo nagkakaroon ng content lalo for your channel. But what about for Architect Justin? Kasi ang content mo is more of photography nga, filmmaking, and motivation. Can you say that your creating videos is, let's say, a business strategy for you also in time? Yung pag-filmmaking, gusto mo ba, do you wanna make a career out of it? Lalo na yung pag-review ng cameras,
stuff, yeah.
mga ganon.
Actually, right now, I don't think of it that way. No, parang hindi, when I do the videos, hindi ko iniisip, okay to kasi baka mamaya ganyan baka ma-discover ako or makakuha ng brand deals or what. Wala. Since I'm starting out, it's really more about experimentation at this point. Like sila engineer kasi they already have thousands of followers na eh. So kahit paano they have more or less an idea of what their audience wants. Ako, right? Kasi ako, prior to the lockdown, I had zero knowledge in video eh. As in, wala talaga. Like, sobra akong takot mag-video. Wala akong idea with video. I did photography, a lot of photography, pero video, never. So, feeling ko hindi ko siya matututunan. Parang complicated. Mag-edit, mag-open ako ng Premiere, ng After Effects, mga ganyan. So, right now, it's really all about learning and parang looking at ano pa yung mga pwedeng gawin, ano yung mga pwedeng matutunan, and then applying it to content that I wanna make, parang paano ko siya mako-connect, ganyan. So, sobra pa akong experimentation phase at this point. So, puro ano pa siya. Parang,
Kapa muna talaga.
Correct. Parang ayoko maging pressure na, kasi when you think of it, like some people start YouTube thinking that this is gonna be a bit business eh. So talagang may directed na talaga yung efforts and everything. Pero ako kasi, like I said, it's an escape for me. Kasi every time I try to do a video, lagi akong, like all the videos I release, I see to it na meron akong bagong ginawa. Parang may bago akong tinry na hindi ko alam gawin before, or so basically pushing myself every week to do something different. So parang nandun ako sa nandun ako sa mindset na yun this is supposed to be fun. Ayokong maging stressful to na kailangan kumita ko agad or kailangan magka-silver play ball. Wala, sobrang hindi ko pa yan naiisip. Right now, it's really just trying to make sure I produce something once a week at least. Yun.
Right. And it's a hobby, no? And get away na from your stress siya. But for our engineers, because compared to Architect Justin, your topics kasi are really related to what you do. Right? So you share your thoughts and yun nga, nagtuturo kayo sa mga audience nyo. Pero yung vlogging nyo ba nakatulong sa inyo professionally? Like, did it help you get more projects because of it? Parang ganon?
Actually, sa project side wala. Pero to meet more people in the same industry, nakatulong siya. Parang it's more on, natulungan niya ako with connections. Kasi parang sobrang minimal lang yung, or madalang lang yung makakita ka ng tao na doing the same things as yours. For example, vlogging and in the construction side. Parang nakakamit ako ng tao na, ayun nga, we are in the same interest na vlogging, and then we are doing work sa construction industry. Parang nakakatuwa lang na meron parang group of people na ganun. And pero more on projects, wala pa talaga.
So networking, di ba? Parang yun ang nangyari. Yes. Nagkaroon broad for networking. What about you, Engineer Pogs? Nagkaroon ba ng advantage? Or were you able to get projects because of your vlogging? Nakatulong ba siya professionally? Okay, later on, parang nag-freeze siya for a while. Babalikan natin si Engineer Pogs mamaya. Pero for you two, meron bang benefits or advantages of doing vlogs on top of being a construction professional? Diba? Or advantage and disadvantage? Anong nakuha nyo from that? Justin, ikaw you're starting pa lang. So far ba meron ng advantage?
Actually, like I mentioned, no, wala akong video experience at all when I started this thing. Pero in terms of advantage, ang una ko kasing pinaggagawa was to make food videos. Like 15, 30-second food videos, Instagram posts, ganyan. As in, para lang matuto ako to edit, to shoot. As in, yun lang, walang anything. And then, ang pinaka naging advantage nun was because I was doing it consecutively, like halos everyday, may time na everyday ako nagre-release ng video na nag-edit ako about food. Tapos since start ng lockdown yon, there were restaurants and people who sell stuff who want to have videos. Talagang pinapadala na ako ng food. So parang everyday
okay.
ng food.
Ano siya? Naging parang ex-deal ba yun? Do you pay them or do they just give you food para lang gawin mo lang sila ng video?
Oh, so parang since I was starting out, zero experience, wala naman akong idea talaga, and I really just wanted to experiment. Hindi ako nagsa-charge, parang sabi lang nila, nagme-message lang sila, pwede mo ba kaming gawa ng video? Parang, oh sige, game, ganyan. Tapos para sa akin, libreng food yun eh. Ba't ako nagtatanggi? Like, ang dami nang nakapagpadala sa akin na parang hindi rin ako makapaniwala na, uy, talaga, papadala niyo ko may ganyan. So just free food, no, kasi everything was, hindi ako nagpabayad. Basically, it was just an exercise for me. Like sila,
magandang advantage yun.
Correct. As in, may mga known restaurants na nagpadala na sa akin. Even up to the point. Tapos sumali kasi ako nung yung Pinoy Midnight Snackers. Ewan ko kung naalala mo.
Yeah. Nakita ko yun.
Every midnight nagpo-post kami ng food, diba? So, to the point na kinontak ako ng Selecta to make a video for an ice cream.
Wow.
Oh, as in, kinontak nila ako. Parang ako, grabe, parang ako 1 month pa lang ako gagawa ng video. Tapos sabi ko, tapos mukhang pwede na, ganyan. So, umuo lang
ako. But are you still continue? Gumagawa ka pa rin ng videos parang ganon? Or did you stop?
Right now, not as much. Pero may mga nagme-message pa rin sa akin. And pagka okay lang sa akin, like yun nga, kasi depende rin sa schedule. So, if I think kaya ko siyang gawin, okay lang ako. And I still don't charge, pero depende kung magbago pa yan. Basta, yun, parang for me, that's the biggest advantage, yung free food.
Tama. So, kasi you were able to showcase kasi yung capabilities mo of doing your videos. That's why, yun nga eh, naka-capture ka ng audience. What about you, Engineer Tisha? Anong pinaka-advantage na nakuha mo in your vlogging?
Siguro kasi the more you shoot vlog, parang yung confidence mo mas nabibuild. Kasi in this industry, kailangan you are confident when you are presenting your, let's say, project or anything. And yung mga tips and advices ko, it helps me na paalala sa akin yung mga fundamentals na medyo nakalimutan ko na kasi from the transition, kasi I'm on a transition pa right now, like from student to working na, parang still nag-a-adjust ako. So, itong mga vlogs ko, itong mga sinushoot ko na content, parang it helps me to remind me before as a masipag na estudyante, na full of things, na motivated. So, sana, yung mga ganong attitude ko is mabring ko in this, in real life. Na kasi medyo, as of now, ngayon, kasi diba, as a starting career, parang nakikita mo, bakit ito nangyayari? Like, pandemic situation, hindi ko ma-improve yung career ko, parang walang growth, feel ko walang growth kasi sobrang limited as of now. Pero when I shoot my video for tips sa mga students, parang yung mga motivation, mga words of wisdom na binibigay ko, dapat pala i-apply ko pa rin sa akin in this crisis na nag-start pa lang ako ng career ko. So
it's more of personal gain, no?
Yes.
Personal gain ang nakuha mo as an advantage. And I have a question that's kind of like a tricky question in our industry because a lot of people are doing content and presence online. Since we are trying to be active on social media, do you guys think we are breaking some code of ethics? I know it's a very sensitive or tricky topic, pero I just want to hear your thoughts on it. What's your take on it? Kasi nga parang si Justin kasi medyo iba yung content niya, but I'm sure you also see people doing yung mga ganong type of contents nga. So tingin nyo ba meron tayong nabe-break na code of ethics dito? Anybody can answer.
I think wala naman. Kasi hindi naman tayo gumagawa ng content para siraan itong field natin. It's more on to expand yung knowledge about our field, para to help other people na, ganito pala nangyayari sa construction, ganito pala dapat gawin natin. Kasi maraming tao na wala silang alam in this field. Parang kung ano lang yung naririnig nila, ayun lang yung tingin nila sa atin. Pero with this platforms, itong social media, parang sila na-enlighten sila na, hindi lang pala ito yung construction, hindi lang pala ito yung ginagawa ng engineer, hindi lang pala ito yung ginagawa ng architect. Parang there's something more. Kaya I think wala naman tayong na-break as long as hindi natin sinisiraan kung ano man yung meron tayo sa industry na to.
Right. What about you, Justin? What's your take on this?
Well, syempre, di ba, hindi ko na matandaan exactly yung mga, di ba, prof prac, pinag-aaralan natin yan.
Yes.
Parang, if I remember, meron dong clauses about advertising, mga ganyan.
Yes,
Pero parang, ako, I don't see anything wrong din with it. Kasi as long as, like yun, like if I were to make content about design and kasi you're trying to share information, you're trying to make people understand what it is that you do, diba? So like yun, sinasabi nga ni engineer. So parang as long as hindi ka naman diba, parang ayaw mo lang naman kasi matag is you're marketing this specific product kasi ganyan kasi you're receiving something in the thing. So parang I think as long as you're keeping away from that na alam mo yun, like I said, if a company approaches you and you're asks you to do a review on a product, give your honest review. If you don't think it's good, then say it's not good. Hindi yung dahil binayaran ka okay na lahat, okay, sobrang perfect itong product na to. So I guess when it comes to construction, for example, construction brands, materials, suppliers, ganyan, as long as you're true and honest na hindi ka biased with because nabayaran ka or what, diba? So I think as long as your ethics are intact, your integrity is intact, then wala ka namang, I don't think it's too much of a problem as long as you're being true to yourself.
Right.
Your
I think
audience.
it's tama. And in this profession kasi we tend to showcase, of course, our projects, no? How it's done. And that's information that can really be shared to other people. You know how you post your renderings or yung mga actual construction projects. It's not really marketing your services, but it's sharing to them paano ba to napatayo, ano ba naging concept behind the project. And yun nga, sometimes kasi you can't help but, mention certain suppliers or materials na talaga namang naging, what can you say, parang naging focal point of the design, diba? And that's like, you just really have to plug it, pero not necessarily you're doing it for them, diba? It's just part of the entire concept. So it's kind of tricky, but I can also agree to what you guys said. Now, do you have any message to those people na meron kasi apparently ibang tao sinasabi na certain profession shouldn't be blogging or hindi dapat ilalagay sa Instagram or any social media platform to just gain viewers or advertising rewards kasi daw mababa yung tingin nila sa profession natin. May naririnig ba kayong ganong issue? Tapos kung meron man, anong take nyo doon? Is there anything going on with our reputation in terms of that?
So far, actually, wala pa akong nakitang negative or naririnig na negative about it. If anything, people are getting more knowledgeable and more understanding of your role as a creative profession. Like if you're an architect versus an engineer nga. Actually, awareness-wise, when it was, like where it was 10 years ago versus now, sobrang like kaya actually it makes life easier to pitch your service kasi awareness with the general audience, meaning non-creative people, non-construction people, since ang dami nang gumagawa ng mga videos about this, like yun nga yung nagre-review ng mga bahay na dapat ganito ganyan. So people, since they gain awareness, nagkakaroon ngayon sila ng idea, yung pala yung job ng architect, yung pala yung job ng engineer. So now when a prospective client comes to you, ang daling i-explain versus before na parang, bakit ako magkukuha ng architect? Diba? Bakit ako magano? So meron talagang, like, more yun. Like, if anything, I've noticed with my practice, it's that na parang suddenly people are into sustainable design.
Right.
Suddenly people are into green technologies. So dati naman, wala naman silang pake. Alam mo yun, mga ganun. So, sobrang laking tulong in terms of awareness. Pero in terms of negativity, parang wala pa naman akong na-encounter at talaga.
What about you, Engineer Keisha?
Wala naman akong narinig na naging problem with that. Kaya siguro wala din ako share. And I think more on positive side talaga. Itong ginagawa ng other professional in construction industry, parang talagang madalas nakakatulong. Walang bad side ako narinig. Parang it's more on
Right.
Additional knowledge na lang for the common people or normal people na hindi sila aware sa construction industry.
So, how would you guys encourage firms, pwedeng small firms, medium-sized firms, or professionals and suppliers to go digital or to take the leap of transformation? Because if there's one thing that I can take from the lockdown with everything that's happening now, a good side of it is everybody is pushed to go online. Diba? Online deliveries, online menus, online processing registrations. How would you encourage professionals na to take this route also? Because meron rin siyang certain advantages eh. Anong yun? Go, Justin.
I'll start, no? When I started Minimalist Manila kasi 2014 or 2013, around that time, ang goal ko kasi talaga was to be remote. As in, I know it was, at the time, sobrang unheard of to in the architecture and construction profession. Diba? Parang tayo, we're a group of people who love spending time together in a war room, in a big table, collaborative table na nagbabato na ideas, magkakatabi, nag-ano. Pero to me, when I started my firm, yun talaga yung gusto ko, parang I didn't want to be tied to a particular place. Like, parang naniniwala ko, this work can be done kahit na nasaan ako. Like, that's also one of the reasons why bakit nakaka-travel kami lagi ng family ko. Like, andalas namin umalis eh. And people always ask me, paano yung work mo? Paano yung ganyan? And really the secret, parang my answer was always, because I've always set it up to be remote. So, kahit, like, there were times na nagtatrabaho ko in a train in Tokyo. For example, nag-edit ako sa iPad ko, nagko-comment ako, nakasakay ako sa train sa Tokyo, ganyan. Or, like, there are times na nasa airport, or alam mo yun, parang nowadays there are so many tools and software and programs available to make this happen na it is actually doable to collaborate and not be in the same room, diba?
Right.
Tapos when I hired my staff before, lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila, ang pinaka-hit na hit ko is wasting time in traffic, kasi I used to do that eh. Punta na Ortigas from Merville, spend 2
hours, yes,
in the morning, tapos kailangan umalis ka pa na super aga, otherwise yung 2 hours mo magiging 3 hours na, diba? So parang that's one way, tapos babalik. So parang ako, parang naging part ng identity ko yun, I hate wasting time in traffic. So remote na lang, pagising mo online ka na, work mas efficient siya in terms of yun lang. Syempre there are certain differences and disadvantages na remote, like lalo na nag-uumpisa kami, may feeling ka na hindi nagtatrabaho.
Wala eh. Hindi mo na monitor kasi yung tao mo, which is exactly what's happening right now with our situation. That work from home, so hindi mo ma-manage. Diba?
Correct.
What about you, Engineer Keisha?
I think itong mga companies na hindi pa nakikisabay sa digital marketing, siguro kailangan i-take nila itong opportunity na to, kasi most of the people nowadays, eto na, online talaga sila mas nagde-depend. Kumbaga parang hindi na, let's say mag-shopping sila, they can search online na lang. Kumbaga, itong digital marketing is, it really helps the owner and also the consumer na mas mag-connect sila, especially in this situation na pandemic. Kumbaga, limited talaga yung paglabas. And ayun nga, sabi ko na parang everything na search na, kaya ayun, parang mas magandang sumabay ang mga companies sa trend. Kumbaga kasi before, we do drafting na mano-mano. Ngayon, we have computer softwares. Kumbaga, parang there's a development talaga. Parang meron talagang upgrade every, in decades, ganyan. Kumbaga, kailangan makasabay sila sa trend. Kasi if not, siguro I think it's a loss.
Mapag-iwanan.
Yes.
Right.
It's so easy to search. I need for example, I need lights. Dati, paano mo gagawin? Magtatanong ka sa kaibigan mo, may kakilala ka bang lighting supplier, may gano'n. Ngayon,
Dati
pupunta ako
ganyan.
Instagram.
Search na lang.
Pupunta ako na Instagram, #lights or ganyan. Tapos titingnan mo lang yun. So if you're not online, if you're not on Instagram, for example, hindi kita makikita, or if you're not searchable in Google, diba? Search ka lang na ganyan. Kung hindi ka online, sobrang kang at a disadvantage, especially now, especially at this point. Even without the pandemic, parang it's really the time to be online with or without the pandemic kasi everyone is
Right.
online.
That's why yun nga eh. The advantage of the lockdown, it's kind of, it
Correct.
forced people. It pushed
fast
people
forward.
na parang sinasabi na, hindi, mamaya na natin gawing digital later on. But now, everybody's pushed to go digital, which is, a good sign that we are moving forward. And tama kayo. So, lahat ngayon, ang daming gumagawa ng DIY projects. And it's because the suppliers and those who are willing to share their design ideas are present online. So, nagagawa ngayon ng mga tao sa bahay. If there's one place na laging pinupuntahan ngayon ng mga tao will go, hardware, everybody's doing their whole projects, di ba? So, yes. Now, my final question to the two of you, because we are in the vlogging or the content creating industry, when do you say that someone is already an influencer? Is it because of the number of views or viewers that they have? Or in our case, how do you consider a construction professional a social media or digital influencer?
Ako sige, ako muna.
engineer naman.
As long as you have social media, as long as you connect yourself sa digital world, you are considered as influencer. Kasi when you post something, may mga tao nang maniniwala dyan eh. Kaya dapat, ayun yung pinaka-iniingatan natin. Kumbaga, wag lang tayo share ng share, wag lang tayo like ng like, wag lang tayo post ng post. Kasi may mga tao pa rin, kahit onte, may maniniwala sa'yo. So, tayo na may mga social media accounts, we are considered as influencer na. Even though, mukha lang hindi, kasi para ang liit pa lang ng sakop mo, pero it's still a part na meron kang nai-influence. Kaya, yan, everyone is an influencer, pero yung iba, hindi lang nila talaga alam kung paano nila gagamitin yun bilang how to voice out or kung ano man yung mga gusto nilang i-share. Parang hindi lang nila alam kung paano gamitin ng tama. And then, may mga tao lang din talaga na alam nila kung paano gamitin ang social media platform to share their ideas, to share their knowledge or words of wisdom and everything. Kaya, ayun, I don't think it's not about the subscribers, it's not about yung dami ng mga likes or madaming shares sa account mo. Kumbaga, as long as you connect yourself sa internet world, you are considered as an influencer. And sana yon yung mga tao is gamitin nila ng maayos itong platform na to kasi most of the people, eto na talaga nawala na yung mga ibang mga platforms na parang, for example, newspapers, television, medyo hindi na yan siguro nagbo-boom, pero itong internet talaga, sobrang wide niya na, sobrang madami nang silang na-reach. Even 4 years old, meron ng account, even baby pa nga lang, ginagawa na ng account ng kumbaga, parang itong internet world is parang naging second world na din natin siya. Kaya sana yung mga ibang tao is magamit nila kung ano yung nabasa nila. Sana wag naman agad paniwalaan or parang they use their they should analyze it on their own knowledge or experiences din para ayun kasi kung ano lang yung mabasa natin madalas talaga ayun lang yung iba, madalas pinaniniwalaan na talaga. Kaya, sana
kaya kailangan mo maging responsible. As someone who creates content, you have to put out videos. You have to be a responsible uploader. At the same time, responsible din tayo sa pinapanood natin, di ba? Because you've seen it there, paniniwalaan mo. You have to go through it, aralin the information. What about the architect, Justin?
Ako, well, I think it's like to the point ni Engineer Keisha, it's really not about the subscribers and the views, but that's a very important part of it. But parang if you're looking at it, it depends on the perspective you're looking at. So if you're a brand looking to market, kasi uso na yun ngayon di ba? Like people, like big brands approaching these social media influencers to further their influence. Then the views and the subscriber count matter sa ganong situation. Pero like to the point ni Engineer Kshatriya, as long as you're creating content and people, one person likes your video or one person believes what you said or alam mo yun, yung review mo about this particular topic or reaction about this topic, you're already influencing. Then it only becomes a matter of how effective of an influencer are you. Pero like yun nga, as long as you're already sharing in social media, I think social media influencer ka na eh. It's just different side. Different
Kumbaga,
side.
magkakaroon lang talaga ng factor yung mga subscribers mo, likers mo, kasi syempre, parang ano lang yan, may voting system na parang, ay, ang daming subscribers neto. Parang, kung ano may sabihin neto, siguro baka ganun nga talaga.
Tama. And we welcome back in the panel, Engineer Pogs. Na medyo nag-iba na siya ng venue. Parang,
nasa kapitbahay po ako.
Okay, para-paraan lang. Makakuha lang ng signal. Diyan tayo sa kapitbahay. Engineer Pogs, we're about to wrap up our discussion. Pero ang tinanong ko kay Architect Justin and kay Engineer Kshatriya is, when do you say that someone is an influencer? Based ba yan sa number of views? Or in your case, since construction professional ka, how do you consider yourself as an influencer?
For me, you become an influencer or you become an influence kapag naging parte ka ng
Sorry, gusto ko yung may audience pa tayo sa likod. We welcome also to the panel, the visitors.
For me, you are an influencer or you become an influence kapag nagiging parte ka ng life ng buhay ng ibang tao. Kapag na-adapt nila yung sinasabi mo, yung mindset mo na i-embrace nila kung anong sinasabi mo na eto kailangan yung maging mindset ko sa buhay ko, na eto dapat yung gawin ko. Parang it's not about kung gaano kadami yung ma-influencehan mo. It's about kung paano ka nagiging parte ng buhay nila para maabot nila yung kanilang mga pangarap sa buhay.
Tama. Correct. And with that, thank you very much to our panels for today. Thank you very much, Engineer Pogs, for going pa to your kapitbahay so that you can get signal. Architect Justin and Engineer Kshatriya. Now, before we wrap up our program, meron ba kayong mga gustong batiin? Shout out! Pasalamatan sa mga nag-join sa atin. Engineer Pogs, ikaw, maliban sa mga tao sa likod natin na background, sinong gusto mong pasalamatan?
Gusto kong pasalamatan lahat ng mga students from other universities who are been with me all throughout my journey. Sana ay maging party pa rin kayo ng journey ko sa paggawa ng gusto kong isama kayo all through my ups and downs dito sa journey ko na paggawa, kasi ang dami ko pang gusto i-share sa inyo all throughout my journey. So, ayun, maraming salamat sa lahat ng suporta na pinakita nyo. Mula nung nag-start pa lang ako sa pag-YouTube, up to now, talagang sobrang maraming salamat sa lahat.
Okay. What about you, Architect Justin?
Ako, yung mga kanina pa nagme-message, mga friends natin to.
Walang gugulo.
Sila Tid, si Paul, si Sax, so lahat ng mga nanonood, thank you for watching. Sana supportahan niyo pa si Architect Pach sa future episodes.
Thank you. What about you, Engineer Kshatriya? Mommy mo nanonood.
Yes, my Mama Ruth for supporting me. Sobrang number one fan yan, and also my family and my boyfriend nandito lang sa likod. Nanonood din sa phone niya. And
meron pala may banner pala dun sa...
sa mga ganito kong talks yan kasi meron na din ako napuntang ibang talks. Lagi siyang nandyan sa tabi ko. And also, the K-Fam, ayan ang tawag ko sa mga aking audience. And so, lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa akin, thank you. Sana
always sumisigaw pa.
Yan, boyfriend ko yan. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching. And nanonood din si Architect JPSP. No, thank you for watching. Si Digital Architect was watching us also. She was on
Hi,
the show.
Digital Architect.
Ayan. She was on the show on our first episode, no? So thank you very much, guys, for supporting Bold Talks. Ang pinaka-essence naman talaga ng Curve TV is to be a collaborative construction channel. And you were all right in what you said that, it's time to showcase what we do, also lifestyle part of it. Gawin naman nating bida ang mga arkitekto, mga engineers, contractors, suppliers, because ang dami rin kasing pwedeng matutunan in this profession, which is exactly this platform. So that's why, thank you very much. Again, Architect Justin Espejo of Minimalist Architects Manila, Engineer Kevin Lester Mabalay, aka Engineer Pogs, and Engineer Kisha Penetrante of AC Ong Consulting Inc. Maraming salamat for sharing your views with us. Continue producing inspiring videos for the industry. As we go digital and embrace social media platforms, we are redefining our niche as an industry and breaking stereotypes on how the market sees us. And I believe this makes a more collaborative construction industry. Curve TV's Bold Talks will be right back.
Panasonic. Panasonic. Panasonic.
I spoke with and how they solved it. For so many years, I spent a lot on trying products that didn't lighten my dark spots.
My dark spots came because of hormonal changes during my last pregnancy.
I had dark spots, a skin condition I inherited from my mom. It's called melasma.
Use PinoCare, the clinically proven solution to melasma. Take PinoCare.
In Mega, we care.
We are going digital as we explore the rise of social media influencers on October. And what's your game plan? Let's talk about players and gamers on November 11. Watch Bold Talks every Wednesdays, 4 p.m. live at Curve TV on Kumu, and catch the replays at 8 p.m. on Curve TV's Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to follow Curve TV on all its social media platforms. I'm Architect Pach, and get ahead of the curve.
TV's Bold Talks is co-presented by Panasonic. For more details on sponsorship, please drop us an email at curvetvph@gmail.com. Now, thank you very much again, mga ka-Kumu, mga ka-Facebook. Thank you for watching us. I'd like to acknowledge yung mga nagbibigay pa rin ng halo-halo and all other gifts, pati may mga ipis and all the very creative Kumu gifts that we have there. Thank you, Ariana Makata, for enjoying our topic. We also have Chari. Thank you. They are on Kumu, no? And Ariel 1121. Thank you. Sorry, hindi ko mabanggit lahat, no? Kasi medyo mabilis. But thank you for being there on Kumu to watch us for today. And on Facebook, sa lahat ng mga nanood, thank you, Kat Espejo, for joining us in our topic today. And we also have Ian Negrete for enjoying the topic. And everyone else here, maraming salamat. So, mga parts, if you are a freelancer or part of a design studio or startup design, contracting or engineering company, and you want to be featured in our program, please email us. We also welcome those construction professionals who have artistic talents to showcase. You can also message us. So thank you for staying with me today. We are taking a break next week, November 4, but we shall be back on November 11, same time, 4 p.m. That's a Wednesday, don't forget, as we talk about being players, and gamers. Yun ang ibig ko sabihin dito. We are going to talk about being players and gamers in the construction industry. Very exciting yan, mga kaparts. So we are going to look forward to that. Connect with our socials at CurveTVPH for more updates. Again, this has been Bold Talks. Stay safe, everyone. Get an architect, get an engineer, get a contractor, get ahead of the curve. I'm Architect Pach, and you're watching Curve TV, your collaborative construction channel.